has impacted many people.
I think one of the largest problems in today's society is that there's a lot of stigmas against HIV that a lot of people still don't have answers to, which is the biggest problem. We're misinformed on not only what HIV is, but also how it's contracted and then also how to prevent it.
Today is our annual World AIDS Day event targeting for youth and their families. It's an event, again, to just bring about awareness of the issue of HIV and the impact that it's having in our community.
This is something that's near and dear important to us because HIV and AIDS is a stigma here in the city of Wilmington.
I'm one of the planners along with Frank Hawkins from AIDS Delaware and Sean Allen from the YES program. We've been doing this for over 15 years, just trying to educate our communities.
But this is something that's very important. It's because it's educational and it's something most of all that can save a person's life.
A lot of times when we start talking about sexual transmitted diseases and we start talking about sex in general, everybody, no, we don't want to talk about that. But we need to talk about these things so kids can understand what's going on, what the behaviors are, what can come out of having, being risky behavior, what can come out of this.
Today we have a person who is living with HIV who will talk about their experience of living with HIV, what it's like, challenges, so that young people can be aware and make better choices.
One of the things I do hope to come from this is that that we change the stigma and that young people look at HIV and AIDS as something being important, as something that can save their life, because a lot of young people now are having sex at young ages, say 11, 12 years old, and the ages used to be from 16 to 24, but the age is getting a lot younger now.
The word needs to be spread. We need to educate our youth about the consequences of making poor decisions.
If anything, I would just want that, every young man and young woman, and even adult, he or she that's here or transgender, would make sure they take out the time to gain a thorough understanding of how HIV and AIDS impacts not only the person that may be infected, but also their families and also the community. And like I always say, get tested. There's nothing like knowing your results.
Eventually, we'd like it so that everyone is hearing the same message and not just what they think, but facts. Because if you look at the facts of Newcastle County, the African American population, we're one of the highest targeted HIV positive communities here in the state of Delaware. So we want to make sure that we're doing our due diligence to get this word out.
Well, I hope that we can educate some of these families and some of these young people on hopefully, getting tested, how important it is to get tested, and also, change their behaviors, risky behaviors, try to be abstinent or protect yourself.
It's not just a negative stamp if you see or receive the news that yes, you're HIV positive, but that there are ways to live healthily and happy. So we want to make sure that we're also promoting that side to them as well.
There are, people that are living today with HIV and AIDS that, are guaranteed the opportunity to live a pretty long life with taking the proper medications and staying actively involved with awareness.
I think in our community, a lot of people guess about their status. But the action item is to get tested. Know your status so that if you are HIV positive, we can provide you with the proper resources. And if you're not, we want to help you maintain an HIV negative status.